Well, let's just start off with why proving learning impact is hard. It is hard. Our learning data can sometimes be too shallow. It's hard to find the connections between learning measurements and business KPIs. We tend to sort of default to one size fits all type of reporting. These days, data is amazing. We have data on everything, but if they sit in silos and they don't talk to each other, then they're not helping us very much.
I'll jump in here. It totally resonates with me. So we do not have direct access, and I have never had direct access to true performance data that the business uses. I've had to obtain it through contacts, good relationships, things of that nature. I can get the data, but it's very exhaustive, really, of a process, right? That data gets guarded, and they don't want too many people to see the sales data, as an example, for each individual.
One of the things that we've been talking about is the importance of skills validation, but before we can even get to skills validation, let's talk a little bit more about why this is a challenge. I'd love to hear in chat which skill or which power skill from this list is your organization focused on right now.
Do I have a choice of saying all of them? No, I think they're important. And I think it depends on, the different pockets of the organization in terms of focus. So I know adaptability, that's one of our isms that we have about change is the only constant. And it's crucial for how quickly we're growing as a company. I would definitely say adaptability is one of the biggest ones that we have.
So rather than talking about this, we'd like to show you an example of what this can look like. So Holly's going to pull up an example. While she's pulling this up, what you're going to see in this example is that learners are going to be in a professional services environment. They're going through an engagement management scenario, and the context of what they're learning is going to be relevant to their business situation. And you're going to see some of that data that they're going to receive. So we're now going to shift to kind of talk about how we like to think about analytics and being able to assess reporting. So we like to think of it as four different levels. So you're going to see reports and analytics and the types of data that we're able to source anyway from the learner to the facilitator to the administrator level, and how we can even export that to continue to track over time.
We ran I think there were 700, 800 people in the room, simulation, all on iPads, and we were doing exactly what you're showing here. And the beautiful thing about it was we created a level of competition we actually had table groups, and then we had them set up in their regions, right, that they actually sat in. And then we had the call center as their own little region. And there was one point in the simulation, because we stopped, debriefed, where the call center took the lead and the branches just wouldn't have it, right? Like the energy and level of competition went up 5 levels, right? Because the call center took the lead, and they're like, no, call center can't win this. It has to be a branch, right? Or a region. But the beautiful thing is when you do this as a group, you see this data in real time, and you can adjust your facilitation in real time as well to focus in on the decisions that were made and the impact of those decisions.
If I ever have a dream, it's to build an executive simulation that's 3 days in real life with actors. And you walk in as a CEO of a pharma company, and literally 2 minutes into the simulation, you're having issues with a drug that went wrong, and people are dying, and the PR people, and just give them that stress that you talked about. Because that's real. It's easy for me. Oh yeah, I would do this, and this in a safe environment. But put me where there's a little bit of pressure, not stress, but pressure. I think my results and my outcome and my thinking would be different. See, that stuff's fascinating to me. And I think what you've opened the window for me anyway is like, this stuff can be possible. This is something you can build and think about today.